guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to today's video. So I am coming at you guys with a new drugstore makeup tutorial and review on a brand new palette that just came out. It is the Milani Gilded Desires palette, and if you guys saw my shopper drop video, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I talked about this palette and how it was coming out and that I was really interested in purchasing it. And I do not own any Milani eyeshadows. I have heard rave reviews. Everyone was talking about them when they first came out, so this would be like my foray into experiencing a Milani eyeshadow palette. I found it today at Ulta and immediately I was like, I have to film. I want to get my impressions up for you guys, swatch it, and play with it and all that. I was so excited to play with this palette. I have not been excited about a drugstore palette like this in a really long time, so I am going to get into a review, swatches, a tutorial. This is the look I created today, and I'm gonna let you guys know if I think this palette is worth it or not, because it is more of a pricier drugstore palette. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not yet. It's the first link down below. I do tons of new videos every week and I would love for you guys to come hang out with me. Don't forget to go ahead and turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future videos like this one. And let's just get on into the review on this brand spanking new palette. This one is actually an eye and face palette. So this has not only eyeshadows, but it has highlighters in it. How beautiful. Oh, I knew when I saw this that I was gonna go weak in the knees for this, you guys. Packaging is 10 out of 10. It's so beautiful. So this is the outer packaging, and then the back, it says brilliant golds, gleaming bronzes, and rich warm berries. Right in my alley. It has 12 velvety mattes and shimmering metallics to create a rich variety of on-trend looks, and it has 2 illuminating pearlized highlighters in a warm golden pink and shimmering champagne. This is the palette that you get, and oh my goodness, this is such nice packaging. I honestly think this is like some of the nicest packaging I've ever seen for a drugstore eyeshadow product. It looks like a Sephora item, to be quite honest with you guys. It looks like something Becca would come out with, or Tarte, or Stila. It really gives me those vibes. But this retails at Ulta for $19.99, which I know when you first hear that it sounds so pricey, but when you use the Ulta coupon, it's actually $17. So make sure you use your $3.50 off or your 20% off coupon. But the drawback to this palette, even though I love the packaging, you do get your fingerprints all over it. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. It's like the nature of the metal finish, and I'm going to have to kind of wipe it off because it kind of bothers me, all the fingerprints on there. Here's the back. Really nice. All the shades have names and they tell you like which name is on which shadow, and for some reason I was like having issues matching it up when I was looking at the palette, and I was like, why can't I tell which is which? So as far as weight goes and the shadows, each shadow in here is 0.02 ounces. The highlighters are 0.05 ounces. So if you want to compare it to like a Bad Habit palette, I pulled one out. Each single shade in a Bad Habit eyeshadow palette is 0.035 ounces, and these are $10 eyeshadow palettes. Well, now they're a little bit more, but you get a little bit less product in your pans than you would in like a Bad Habit eyeshadow palette. I just wanted something to reference. So you do get a nice balance of the mattes versus shimmers in here. You get 6 mattes, you get 6 shimmers, and it is a mostly like neutral tone palette. So this side skews more warm, the left side, like they're all very interchangeable. I like that about this palette. Like I can mix and match both sides of these. So what I do when I film these videos, I do my swatches first, then I film the tutorial, then I film this part right now, because I feel like it just helps me get a better idea of a feel for the palette. I want to know how it feels, how it swatches, how it like plays on my eyes. Just makes the review process easier for me. Swatching these, they finger swatch beautifully. The brush swatches are a little bit more, like you'll see it doesn't look as pigmented as the finger swatch, which usually happens, but these perform very, very, very nicely on the eyes, you guys. Like you can tell just from looking at the eyeshadow look I'm wearing today. It is such an easy palette to blend and to use. I had no problems with it. The only thing is the shimmer shades, they don't work well with a brush. You have to use your finger or you have to wet your brush with setting spray. I don't care because the shimmer shades in here are stunning. Like actually I'll just do a little finger swatch. Like, oh my goodness, they feel wet. Like I have never experienced a drugstore eyeshadow palette like that. They're beautiful, like so beautiful and metallic. I was blown away when I was first swatching it. I didn't experience any patchiness. These are soft shadows. You have to be careful. Like this matte shade right here, it's amazing. It's called Naked Truth. I love it so much, but it's soft. You only need to tap your brush in once. You will see powder kind of falling on the other shadows, but there isn't too much fallout actually on the eyes. I love the way the palette's laid out. I love the way the colors are laid out. It's just so appealing to the eye. The highlighters are beautiful. I'm wearing both of them today. I'm wearing the white one on this side and then the more peachy tone one on this side. I love them. They're so nice, and I honestly think that this may be my new favorite drugstore eyeshadow palette, because today I just had so much fun playing with it and using it, and it's just very user friendly. And I really like these eyeshadows. They actually perform just as well as like a high-end eyeshadow palette. You get a beautiful full-size mirror in here. How nice is that? I was using it all during my tutorial. I love that it's not small, it's the full thing. So when you're traveling or just doing your makeup on a daily basis, you could use this. I just did some finger swatches so you guys could see the highlighters. They are so delicious. Oh my goodness. They are beautiful. If it wasn't good, I would definitely tell you guys, but I'm trying to give you all like the pros of it and the cons of it from what I experienced, and I feel like I had a very good first impression of it. You guys will see the swatches. I do finger swatches and I do brush swatches because I wanted to do both. First I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do finger swatches, but I was like, no, don't be lazy, do both, because it's for you guys and I want you to get a full impression of the way the colors work. Here are the swatches. The swatches on the Gilded Desires palette from Milani. I hope you like them. And now I'm going to get into the tutorial on how I got this look using this palette. I use the eyeshadows, the highlighters, and I also go into more detail on my thoughts on like all the shades and stuff. So if you guys want to find out how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. I am so excited for this tutorial and this review. In with my Milani eyeshadow primer, I figure it's appropriate because we're using a Milani palette, and this is also my favorite drugstore eyeshadow primer. So if you guys have cats, you know, like, they are like toddlers. Like, they will wake you up in the middle of the night and in the morning. I sleep through the night, so I don't have a problem with them waking up in the middle of the night. I know my husband does, but for me, they wake me up in the morning, and it's like an unwanted alarm clock. But I love them so much. Like, they're my children, so I just kind of let it pass because I love them so much. It's like having a little baby. Okay, eyes are primed, and I'm gonna go in with the Milani palette. This is the Gilded Obsessions palette. It's really hard to show you guys because my lights, ooh, I'm so sorry if this is blinding you guys. It's just the packaging is mirrored, which is so beautiful. I love the packaging. swatching. Look how pretty it is. So I'm gonna go in with the matte shade in here. So happy there's a matte in this palette, and all these colors have names, so they're on the back. This one I'm gonna use right here is called Naked Truth. When I was at Ulta, I was swatching. I swatched the matte. I like destroyed the tester, which is nice. There's a tester. There was actually 2 testers. It was so soft. My finger dug right in. I felt terrible. I was trying to fix it and not be like a messy person. This one feels very soft too. So I'm just gonna, oh my gosh, look at that. Ooh, that is like butter. I already know I'm gonna hit pan on this color. Already know. I'll put money on it. Look at that, you guys. Look how nice that is. It packs on so beautifully. I thought for a second this palette had a scent to it, but it doesn't have a scent. I lowered my lighting 1 notch so it would be a little less bright. I just ordered 2 new lights. I used to have them and then they broke, so I reordered them because I feel like my videos just, I don't like the way they look without those 2 softbox lights. So you guys will see the video quality get better. They're coming next Tuesday, so I'm so excited to start using them again and have better light again. Right now I only have a ring light. Right, so there is like no medium crease shade in here. That's like one of the problems I have with the palette. Like, I wish there was one more medium transition shade, because all I really have are these shades right here. Like this one, but it's a little too light. It's like skin tone. And then this one, this kind of like chocolatey color. So I'm gonna take Sweet, I'm trying to figure out what this is called. Okay, I think it's called Sweet as Honey. Sweet as Honey. And I'm gonna put that in my crease. I don't know if it's gonna show up. Soft too. But it's like basically like your skin color. Once you layer it, it starts to show up a little better. And when you dip your brush into these shades, the shadows spill onto the other shadows with powder because they're soft. I think I'm going to go in with that chocolatey shade over here. That is called Crazy for Cocoa. Only Kasha brush. I don't even like know what it's called. But it's like a fluffy crease brush. And I'm just going to go in my crease. Brown shade. Oh, that's pretty nice. I have to remember nothing is going to be like as vibrant as when I'm using a fluffy crease brush. Like, it's always going to diffuse the color and it's not going to be as pigmented as you expect. That's really nice. Feels soft, feels good. It's blending out nicely. You can't even see that shade we just put on before. It's completely gone. I feel like I'm using all the matte shades from the matte side. I want to take this shade right here, of course, that like berry tone. That one's called Time to Unwind. My MAC 217 brush, and I'm just gonna put that on the outer corner. Ooh, that is pretty. Blends out nicely. Gonna do the other eye. Ooh, I love this color and I like this combo. I love this so far. I'm impressed so far. I really am. I might go in with this bronzy shade. Just bronzing around. The shade is like wet. And I'm gonna put it right here on the center. Literally right on the center because I want to save this first part of my eye for one of those light shimmery pink shades. So I'm having a tough time picking between the 2 shimmery shades that I want to use on the lid. The first one is Champagne Wasted, and then this one's called Most Covet Rose. This one, they're both stunning. This one has more of like a gold shimmer and it swatches and it feels insanely amazing. And then this one is more of like a pink with silver glitter. Most Covet Rose, I'm going to use that same flat brush. I wiped it off on my little brush cleaner. Ooh. Okay, it's just showing up like gold glitter. It's barely showing up. I think I have to wet my brush for this one with setting spray. Alright, when you use setting spray, the gold comes through really strongly. really just like, it looks like a gold shadow, which is interesting. I'm gonna try my finger for this side. Okay. Finger works good. Definitely deposits the color on there. Way better than a brush. I do not recommend a brush with this shade. Wanted more of that pinky color. Actually gorgeous. For my inner corner, I want to use that shade Champagne Wasted because it's calling my name. I need to use it. Black concealer brush. I'm just gonna put that. This shade is like literally like foiled. It's so pretty. The Milani Make It Dewy is not a good setting spray for wetting your brush, just FYI, because it didn't work for me. I used the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set and this worked out much better. I'm gonna take that same matte shade right here. Oh gosh. Tap off your brush. I did way too much. It's very pigmented, which is really good. Good sign. I just don't want to blend away like everything we've worked on. Love the way this brow bone cream shade is blending everything out so seamlessly. I think I'm gonna do this shade right here, this shimmery shade. I didn't use it on my lid, but it kind of matches that outer V color, so I'm just taking advantage of trying as many shades as I can. That is really pretty too. Oh my gosh. That is so pigmented. Dang. Look how easily that just glides right on my lower lash line. I'm going to take that unwind color and just put that like on the outer part of the eye to just blend everything, and so it kind of connects with that outer V we did with this color. So you can see like the gold, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but there's fallout from that shimmery shade we used on the first third of the eye. But that's really the only fallout I have. The other shades didn't give me too much, just that glittery shade. Okay, so I put my lashes on. I'm wearing the Salon Perfect Demi Wispies. And for mascara, I'm wearing the Essence Lashes of the Day. This is Super Volume Mascara. This stuff is insane. It works so well. You honestly don't even need to wear false lashes when you have this on. Concealer, I'm wearing Catrice Liquid Camouflage. This is in, it's like the lightest shade, but I hadn't used this in so long, so use this today. I set my under eyes with the Wet n Wild pressed powder in Warm Light, and my eyeliner is e.l.f. gel. I forgot how much I like this. This is a really good affordable gel eyeliner. That's what I'm wearing, and now I want to move on to the highlights in the palette. That is one of the things I was also so excited to try when I saw that they were coming out with this. But I'll do one on one side and one on the other side. Use the Morphe M501 brush. I'm going to pick up this one. This is called Brighten Up My Day, and this one is called Highlight of My Day. This one's more of a white with like a yellow undertone, and then this one is more of like a peachy color. They swatch amazing. They have that kind of more like thick, wet feel to them. I'm going to pick up some of the white one, Brighten Up My Day. I'm going to put that right here. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's very wet looking, very foiled and metallic. Pretty intense. I want to try this one. This one I don't think will be, I don't think it'll be too dark for me. I have to see how it goes on. Oh my gosh, that one's beautiful. Oh, I love them both. Wow. This is the Morphe M438 brush. They're both beautiful. This one actually will work if you have more of a fair skin tone. I thought this one was going to be too dark for me, but it's not. So for lips, I'm going to actually do them on camera because I got these in Budget Beauty Buys the other day, and I figured some of you guys might want to see what they look like in action. So this is the Lorac I Heart Brunch Alter Ego lipstick in Foodie. It's like a really pretty nude pink, and these smell so good. They smell like cake. They actually remind me so much of the MAC lipsticks that are my absolute favorite. I'm gonna, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Wow. The I Heart Brunch Alter Ego lip gloss, and this is in Barista. This is also nude pink, but it has kind of like a shift to it, like a peachy shift. I'm gonna put this on top. Okay, this is what the final result looks like. To me, this is like the perfect nude pink lip combo. Love the way it looks, does not feel sticky. So these two are definitely awesome. Okay, so this is the completed look using the new Milani Gilded Desires palette. Again, sorry if I'm blinding you guys. I am in love with this palette. That's my final thoughts on it. I love the way they blended, the way they applied. You guys saw it in action, so you know what I'm talking about. And the shimmer shades are just beautiful. The mattes are so nice, and I honestly am so pleased with the way that my eye look came out today. I feel like this palette is like a high-end palette, and I totally think it's worth it. So if you see it at your Ulta, I definitely recommend getting it. Of course, you know, swatch it if you go to the store because they do have that tester. See for yourself what you think. I was impressed when I swatched in store, so that kind of made me want to buy it. And I also loved the color scheme. Like, this to me is a color scheme that I would use. I would use this palette on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and I love that. It definitely does, of course, skew more neutral, but to me that's something that fits in with my daily makeup life, and the way these shadows perform is so nice. Like, I'm honestly super impressed. Milani did such a fabulous job on this eyeshadow palette. So those are my thoughts. I feel like I kind of summed everything up for you guys with swatches, the tutorial, and review. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys are going to pick up the new Milani Gilded Desires palette. I hope this tutorial gave you guys inspiration. I hope this review, you found it helpful, and you know, whether you're gonna buy it or not, totally up to you guys. But I hope it helped you out in some way. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy drugstore makeup tutorials and product reviews. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.